YouTube, what is going on? Colin C and Joe P. We are back with another Sunday drive. I did happen to grab some coffee today just because I really wanted one, to be honest with you. I just got back from the CrossFit games yesterday. Great experience. And honestly, that got a couple other things in my life too, but that got me thinking about today's topic. I really think that you're probably going to enjoy what I've got and what I've got to say today. It's kind of going off the cuff a little bit. I didn't have my normal routine of trying to think about some things beforehand. So just going to hit it, go with it, and see what happens. In 3, 2, 1, let's get going. All right, YouTube. So on the docket today, what we've got, and a topic that I've been thinking about, and really this weekend, going through the Masters weekend and putting in some pretty long, awesome days up there that we really enjoyed. Ben and I coaching our 2 Masters athletes we have in the gym, is striving for more and continually getting better and wanting to do better as you age. Because a lot of people really truly take back on that. So it's something that I think as you age, it gets harder to do because you think you are getting maybe less fit, or you've already gotten into a job that you maybe want to be in or don't want to be in, but you've gotten into a routine where now you've got kids and other things to think about, but you still have to do what's best for you as well. And you've still got to be able to do some sacrifices that you have to create on your own. If not, you're going to be standing still for the rest of your life, and I promise you, eventually, over time, you will not enjoy where you wake up. Now, it could be little things as, I don't give a shit if you like to play freaking darts at the bar and you want to be better at it, or, you know, cornhole whenever you're playing out at your friend's backyard. You have got to find something that you would truly enjoy to do. Maybe it's going to watch races at the fairgrounds. I don't give a shit what it is, but you have got to find something that you enjoy to improve on, and it may change and it may become a little bit different for you. But if you don't, and you're standing still for the rest of your life, I can tell you right now, you're going to have a pretty unenjoyable experience, especially for the back half of your life, which are supposed to be your best years. How to start this is tough for me because I really don't know where to go on it, but your goals are going to change. And just like my Masters athletes that I had this weekend, one of them actually, Julia, was the 20th, tied for 20th in the world to go to the CrossFit Games 3 years ago. 3 years ago, and she missed it by a rep. And not only that, the girl in front of her at the CrossFit Games popped, so didn't even get to go. She tested positive for steroids, and then a couple other individual athletes couldn't go individual, so they went in the age group athletes. She then took a year and a half off, and then decided, hey, I really want this. I want to go back at it. So now 3 years later, she makes it to the CrossFit Games, being the oldest person possible in her division. 2.5 months away from the cutoff from going to 40 to 44, and she still has the drive to do it. That is the shit I'm talking about. Why I'm talking about it is not because of her athleticism. I don't give a flying shit about her genetic abilities and her athleticism to do it, even though it's impressive. I give a shit about it because she's got 3 kids at home. She's got a husband at home. She's got a full-time job. You know, like I always see these, you know, Instagram posts that are like supposed to be, I guess, motivational. Maybe to some people they are, maybe they're not. I used to make these type of posts, I'm not fucking with you, about how, oh, you know, what people aren't looking at, you know, or if you're not watching, this is what I do, you know, it's when people aren't watching what goes on then. I don't disagree with that you have to work hard when no one's around. I get that. I don't need to tell anybody about that. Just know. I don't even give a fuck if they know about it. It just happens. However, here's the thing. That really isn't that hard. When you don't have a full-time job and you don't have kids, and I'm guilty of this, so I'm calling myself out too, because until these last 2 years, I didn't realize how difficult it was to still have goals and have kids and all these other responsibilities where you've got to be at 4 a.m. and you only have one session to do, or you only have one extra workout you can do, or you only have, if you're writing a book, you can only write for so long because you've got to go put your kids to bed. And then you've got to, guess what? Go put food on the table for them because you actually have to feed them. That is different. Or when you have to go every single weekend like Joe does to softball tournaments for 15 weekends in a row. That is what surprises me now. That is putting in work. That is difficult. So how do you keep going knowing you have to do all that? You've got to change your mindset. You've got to start thinking about how can you keep going and striving for more, but making it fit in your schedule. Is that getting up early? It may be. Is that getting less time on social media? It may be. Is that going to bed later and getting less sleep? It may be for a while. It's like when I saw, my mom this week, who actually I had to miss the inauguration because I was up at the CrossFit Games, is she wants to become a judge. The woman is 60 years old. She's probably one of the best attorneys in Iowa, if not the best, let's just be honest. And she's like, hey, I want to become a judge. So a year ago, she starts the process of becoming a judge. Why? Because she wants to continually be better. No matter what, as soon as you stop that, something in you will die and it'll go away every single day. We as humans, I truly believe this, we're not meant to be sitting still and just being okay with being okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but for most people, that typically ends up in a shitty diet. You're depressed. You've got probably some anxiety issues going on. You probably drink a little bit too much. You're spending money you don't want to spend money on. You can't go on vacations because you're spending money you don't want to spend money on. You have a negative attitude. It could be any of these things, and it doesn't happen overnight. It rolls into bad relationships. Maybe it's a divorce, whatever it is, because you're not striving for more, because you're not bringing people on. And there's people that are going to try to hold you back in anything. But again, at 60 years old, she wants to go be a judge? For what? What do you got to prove? You're going to make less money, way less money by adding that to your resume, whatever that may be. No, it's because you always want to continually get better. And as soon as you lose that drive, that's when I see, really, even in my gym, that's when I see people start to go the other way. Like, for me, it doesn't have to be fitness. It doesn't have to be CrossFit. It doesn't have to be any of that bullshit. I'm just saying that the difficulty are the moms and dads out there with full-time jobs who have to keep getting better. And think about the example you're showing your kids and you're showing other parents around you. It's like, hey, this is what I do. I go out and I'm just going to keep getting better. And it could be little tiny things at once. It really could. And it doesn't have to be this huge gaping thing where, well, me and my buddies are getting ready to, I think, we're going to do an Ironman. I don't know if we're gonna go after it. We're gonna give it 1 year. It doesn't have to be anything fucking crazy like that. It could simply be a 5K. It could simply be getting to the gym 3 times a week. It could be not eating. It could be not eating out 3 times a week instead of it. You're gonna do it once a week. It could be learning new cookbooks. It could be reading new books. Whatever it may be. But if you're always striving for something a little bit more, that will transfer to everything else in your life. And after looking at how it's truly done, that's the shit that amazes me now with the people who are older who are still trying to do that. I mean, like Rachel, who drives down, one of our other 40 to 44-year-old masters athletes, Rachel Green, drives down an hour every day and then sometimes twice a day to get to the gym to make sure she gets 2-a-days in, to then starting CrossFit, 4 years ago, and now she's the 7th fittest in the world. Like, this is fucking insane stuff. The amount of sacrifice it takes to show your dedication is unreal. It's stuff that people can't think about because it doesn't make sense to them. So and the big thing why I want to make this is that it doesn't matter what age you are, you have to find something. Maybe it's getting your kids ready to go play baseball in college or play softball in college or do gymnastics, or maybe it's just being the best fan you can be for them and you just want to keep bettering that. But when that all ends, what do you have left? When your kids grow up and go out of college and get their own families and blah, 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 what do you've got left? You've got to be able to find something that you truly enjoy and obviously bring friends with you. But as soon as you stop, that is when problems happen. As soon as you're just okay with, I'm all right here, whatever, I'm just going to let it go. then your brain turns off, then maybe some, you're getting a little bit fatter, some disease sets in. I don't know. I mean, those are extreme examples, but you never have any idea. So why I had to make this is because I was just so amazed by these people who are aging and just telling, the older them to go fuck themselves. I'm doing new stuff every single day. I mean, it's amazing to me. My grandpa's one of them, who's 84, 85 years old, almost died from COVID 4 times. And this dude said he'd never be able to get off oxygen in his life. He's golfing again, totally off oxygen, because he's like, no, I'm not going to be subjected to this is what I have to do. It's because I'm willing to go strive for more. I mean, it's unbelievable, all the examples out there. I'm sure plenty of you have them. But if you're kind of stuck in that rut, don't think about stopping, today and taking your break or whatever. Stop tomorrow. Get rid of it. You can stop tomorrow. You just cannot stop today. So that is what I want you to take from this. However old you are, however young you are, however far you want to go, you have got to not worry so much about the next day, the next weeks. Start today, especially as you age and goals seem like they're harder to reach, or maybe you're starting to get stuck in your routine. Think about stopping tomorrow. Don't let it be today. Is that find something you've always wanted to do and go out and do it. That if you try new things and if you always challenge yourself, I'm telling you right now, you will absolutely live a better life. And there are a lot of people who I've met through, obviously my job and just growing older in general, is that they think they're done, or their athletic career's done, or their ability to get better in something's done, and that is total and complete horseshit. It's not the way to look at things. Be negative, you're gonna be sorry, you're gonna be jealous, you're gonna be whatever of other people, and you're gonna be one of those people at home that scrolls on Facebook, that's like, oh, look what this person's doing. Oh yeah, why? What's the point? Think about it. If you could put that energy that you have because you're not willing to go out and do other cool shit towards doing cool shit, how much better your life would be. I'm telling you right now, that is what amazes me about people, is as you age, you still have more goals. You're still it's never gonna stop. It's to the day you die, you are gonna want to do something else, and you're gonna want to do something more. And that is truly how I think a life is going to be well lived. And that's just something that I had on my mind. I wanted to do a Sunday drive on it. I'm not trying to talk shit about any of the amazing athletes, because I used to be one of them, or the people who are doing it while they're young at all. I'm still relatively young, I guess. But really the people who have 3 kids at home, and maybe they're a single parent, or maybe not everything's going right, and they are still trying to get better. I mean, that's the real hero. That's the real person. I mean, you try doing that as you age. That's the shit that gets me going now. So that's the Sunday drive today. That's the little talk I wanted to have. What I want you guys to put in the comments, if you guys would, is what's something you've always wanted to do that maybe you want to go after. Is it running a 5K? Is it maybe doing your first CrossFit competition? Is it reading a certain amount of books a year? Is it making more money? Is not a bad idea. So maybe starting that side hustle. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's going and coaching your kids baseball, softball, and coaching all their sports and being a little bit better of a coach. I don't know what it is, but start to strive for something. Stop tomorrow. Just don't let it be today. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. If you got your workout in today, please like and subscribe. Other than that, we'll see you in the next one.